What is up with it? Today we're doing something a little different. We're going to be watching a VOD from CrossAi, $100 money match between himself and Noel. Shoutouts to Cross. Congratulations on the national championship. Big fan of Cross. This was done, I believe, the day before um, before Nats started. So this would have happened the day of the LCQ. Um, Looks like Cross won the rock paper scissors, chose to go second, and played the event. Uncertain what he grabbed, Noel passed on one and passed on three. So it looks like he's doing the starve strategy. Gonna go ahead and swing nine at life. I'm guessing Cross really wanted a Kuzan on this turn. I know they both mulliganed. Noel taking that nine. This is a matchup I don't know too much about. I know that when the format first started, or before it was going to start, people thought it was Shanks favored. Um, but I know that the BYs have kind of figured out the matchup a little bit more, and they've teched a little bit more with, of course, the Kuzans and the Shirahoshis and the Raigos. So I know that the matchup is a little bit better for them than it used to be. I've heard some BY players even call it free. So we'll definitely see how this goes. Of course, Noel being very familiar with this matchup. So far, he hasn't really done too much. We really would have liked to see a Beckman on that 7 Dawn turn. Looks like Noel's just trying to build his board up a little bit. Going into the 8 Dawn turn as Cross. Gonna go ahead and Luffy effect, baby Luffy and trash. So we have two relevant things in the trash so far off of our big Luffy effect. You'd love to see that. I see a baby Sabo in Cross's hand. I'm pretty sure I saw a Flampe in there earlier. Cross really in the think tank. Reading his own cards. That's crazy work. National champion, by the way. Alright, gonna go ahead and go Sabo, Sabo, draw 2, trash 2. And I imagine we'll swing 6 and pass. He'll probably actually swing the Luffy too, would be my guess. But I could see a world where he doesn't want to turn it sideways. Gonna start with a 6. We'll leader effect and block. Okay, chooses not to swing the Luffy. I was wondering if he might not want to put it sideways because Noel has seemed content not attacking. Which makes sense. Shanks can't really go wide enough, fast enough to really make the swings matter too much. I would guess he'll swing here, at least the Marco. Because you can swing the Marco. Okay, gonna play. No. So this makes me think that he's not gonna swing. So yeah, just gonna minus the Sabo, gonna minus the Luffy. I'm guessing he minus Luffy by 3 and Sabo by 2. Gonna go ahead and Luffy effect burn one, so we're gonna awaken this turn. I'm guessing he's gonna be looking for a Hiyori here, would be really what he wants to play so that he can go 9k 1 life on this turn. So far, he hasn't really been pressured any sort of way. I also see a Shirahoshi in his hand, which means that if he does, and he has the Hiyori. Okay, if he has the baby Luffy, we should be able to get rid of this 8 cost Rayleigh, which could be huge. Okay, gonna go ahead and draw 2, trash 2. Definitely would be looking for a baby Luffy here. Because we're on 10 Dawn. So yeah, we have enough. Right? Unless I'm tripping, we might not have enough. Do we? Yeah, he's doing it here. Yeah, we have enough for sure. Alright. Yep. Yep, exactly as I thought. The Shirahoshi blocker for sure is crazy in this matchup. For sure. Gonna go ahead and discard a baby Luffy. Gonna go ahead and put 2 Luffys in life face up. I feel like Noel just has to be absolutely cooked this game, right? He is still at 4 life, to be fair. So it's possible Cross can always run out of gas. But Cross has only 1 Gecko in hand currently, despite filtering so much. Okay, so let's see what Noel does here. Noel's got a big hand. I'm not exactly sure how many cards are in it. Gonna go ahead and check the BY trash. There's everything imaginable in there besides a big Sabo. But he's got 2 big Sabos on board. I wonder specifically what Noel would have been looking for. I imagine we're gonna block with the Shirahoshi first, so that way we can bring it back off Gecko. Like if he plays... Oh, he's not even playing a big drop here. He's just gonna... Yep, we're gonna go ahead and block with the Shirahoshi. So he's just gonna go 9 3 times? Surely we give a card out of hand this time. Yeah. I like the order that we did this. Block with the Shirahoshi first. Then the Sabo. Then 1k out. Because we're going to play Gecko. So having those 2 free zones is perfectly fine with us. It is a little annoying that the way this worked out, we got to bring back this big Luffy. But honestly, it's fine. It will help us keep the pressure up. So far, Cross has not swung with the Luffy, though, which I think is a little interesting. I don't even think I saw him indicate at all that he buffed this Luffy. But maybe he just did it verbally. I also know I saw Cross tweet at one point that they did takebacks. So, um, even if he didn't indicate, I'm sure... Okay, it kind of looks like Loki. He indicated it just there, that he did it. Alright, showing the homie his hand. I'm not sure what Cross is explaining exactly. Looks like they're maybe just discussing what to have in life. I wonder why they wanted it to be the Sabo specifically. Maybe just because he only has a baby Sabo in hand. I imagine we want to keep the Raigo. That's the one you played this turn, but it doesn't really matter. Gonna go ahead and swing 8 at life. Gonna take 2 cards and then gonna go ahead and swing 11. Take. So I don't think Cross has a second Gecko yet. which means he's really on a timer here. He has to close out the game within the next 2 turns, which is definitely doable. Okay, gotta go ahead and swing 8 at the Luffy. Just gonna let that go. Gonna go ahead and swing 9 at life. Just gonna go ahead and block and then pass, leaving 2 Dawn open. So we could see a Red Hawk, we could see some Rad Beams. Our board is too big to get Red Hawked, so we don't need to do any weird shenanigans before swinging. Gonna go ahead and swing 9. Gonna block and then Red Hawk. Okay. Okay, so still at 2 life. Oh, he's gonna burn. So he's comfortable going down to either 9-0, which surely there's no way you ever go 9-0, which tells me he's going to 7-1, which makes sense. I think he does only have the one baby. Okay, so Red Hawk or Rygoing the dragon after swinging 8 at life. Gonna go ahead and leader effect. It's gotta be Sabo, right? Yep. And play the baby Sabo. So yep, we're gonna go ahead and go to this almost looks winnable from Noel's perspective. He hasn't played it exactly the way that I envisioned the matchup being played, which is just slamming 10 shanks over and over again. I don't know if that's because he doesn't have them in hand, or that just wasn't the way he thought you won this game, or maybe that's just not how the matchup goes. Again, I really don't know. So if anyone knows, and let me know how this matchup should play out from the Shanks perspective. Noel with the little finger tapping. Cross only has 4 cards in hand. So Noel's starting to whittle him down, but I am concerned about Noel's chances of living next turn. I do think Cross kind of is in a position where he is, assuming he didn't pick up another Moria. I do think Cross is in a position where he's gonna have to kill Noel next turn. But Noel doesn't know that Cross doesn't have another Moria. I mean, he can have a good idea that he doesn't because he didn't play one last turn, but he's had 2 draws since then. He'll have 3 draws by the time his next turn starts, because 2 off of the Sabo, 1 off of draw for turn. Noel really in the think tank here. Just gonna skip forward a little bit. Okay. So he plays the Goldie Roger and swings 13 at Gecko. I have to imagine we're just simply blocking this, right? What is the reason to not block? Yeah. Interesting play. I like those, Dawn. Those are pretty cool. Oh, he's gonna take. He's gonna take. Okay. I know Cross doesn't play any aces. Gonna go ahead and ditch the Kuzan. Unsure if Noel knows that Cross doesn't play any aces. He probably knows. Even if he doesn't know for sure, he knows that there's none in trash. Gonna go ahead and KO the Rayleigh. Yep. I mean, surely Noel dies. Yeah. Yep, there we go. Game 1 goes to Cross. I'm going to go ahead and record probably at least one more game. Thank you all so much for watching, and I hope you have a great rest of your day.